Good day, students. This is another video on simplification where we are using the BODMAS rule. We are using the BODMAS rule, which is brackets of division, multiplication, addition, then after subtraction. So now it's a mixed fraction that we first have to deal with, and it is 1:3/4. We say 1 times 4 will be 4 plus 3, that will give us 7. So we have 7/4. Divided this by how much? By 4/7. And we know that a fraction divided by a fraction, what do? We change the division into multiplication and the numerator becomes the denominator. In other words, when we change this into a multiplication, this becomes 7/4. We no longer have 4/7. So now let us do that. We multiply by 7/4. Minus 2 times 16 will be 32, plus 5. This will give us 37/16. And we are done with the numerator part of this big fraction. Then we have 3/5, plus we have 5/8, divided this by 1 times 4 will be 4 plus 1, it gives us 5/4. 1 times 4 plus 1 is 5/4. Now again, it's a fraction divided by another fraction. What do? We change the division into multiplication, then after the numerator becomes the denominator and the denominator becomes the numerator, meaning we'll have 4/5, no longer 5/4. So now let us change the division to multiplication, then after we have 4/5. 4/5. And now in this case, we can see that we have numbers that fit to other numbers and leaves no remainder. 4 does go to 4 once, and 4 goes to 8 2 times. 5 goes to 5 once, 5 goes to 5 once. And for the upper ones, we don't have any numbers. There's no number that fits to these two, and there's no number that fits to these two. So we have to just do the multiplication in that scenario. So now we say equals, we say equals 7 times 7, 49, 4 times 4 is 16. It will be 49/16 minus 37/16. So this is very simple. If the denominators are the same, you can minus or add your numerators and keep the denominator the same. If your denominators are the same, you keep the denominator the same, you deduct the numerator. That means 49 minus 37 will give us 12/16. So now in this case, you don't have to be working very hard, but let us first divide first of all with 3/5 plus 1 times 1 will give us 1, 2 times 1 will give us 2. This is what we have. So now what do we look for? We look for the common lowest denominator, which is 16 in this fraction above. I want to change the colors very regularly. We are here now, we look for the common lowest denominator, which is 16. Then we keep 16 as is. We say 16, 49 minus 37, it is 12. 4 goes to 12, 3 times 4 goes to 16, 4 times, that means we have 3/4. All divided by, this is where we are now. We look for the lowest common denominator. 2 does not go to number 5 and leaves no remainder. That means 2 does go to 5 and leaves the remainder. In that case, how do we determine our lowest common denominator? We say 2 times 5, it will give us 10, because 2 will go to 10 and leaves no remainder, and 5 will go to 10 and leaves no remainder. So now 5 goes to 10. It goes 2 times 3. This will give us 3 times 2, 6. plus 2 goes to 5 to 10. 5 times 1, it will give us 5. That means the final answer here will be 11 over 10. 6 plus 5 will be 11 over 10. So now we continue with that note. We say equal. Remember here we have 3 over 4. We have 3 over 4 divided by. Remember now I'm changing this because we have a fraction divided by a fraction. I'm changing that division into this division. Divide by, this is divided by 11 over 10. So now if this is 11 over 10, we can change this into multiplication. And when we change this into multiplication, then we'll have 10 over 11. This will be times by 10 over 11, no longer 11 over 10. And now 2 goes to 4, 2 times 2 goes to 10, it goes 5 times. 5 times 3, it gives us the number 15, and 2 times 11, it gives us the number 22. So now our final answer becomes 15 over 22. Now if we have 15 over 22, we need to check just to, we have 15 over 22, which is 3 times 5 and 2 times 11. So now we say 15 over 22 will be our final number because 22 does not go to the number 15. Otherwise, it is above. So now we leave it like this in this case. In the previous ones, remember we had to change this into a mixed fraction. We don't have to change this into a decimal by saying 15 over 22, and that will be 0.68 unless you are required to do so. But in the case where you are not required, you leave this as simplified as it is. Thank you guys very much.